Welcome to John Cain Memorial Reserve for this Round 10 VPL clash. South Melbourne travelling to take top of the table, Northcote City. Match of the round in the VPL here, John Caro. South Melbourne would love a win. Northcote would love to extend their lead.
Absolutely right, David. South is the only team to have defeated Northcote this year, albeit in a cup competition. Northcote with obviously a strong record at home, and South will be looking to beat them here today like they did last year in the same game.
Well, Northcote getting that one clear, but Luke Biles, the skipper, puts it forward. Hatzimuratis out wide. Holmes brings it now nicely. Holmes across the face, and it's gone just wide. Reece Meredith was at the far post. He nearly reached that one, John. Nearly 1-0.
We'll need to have a look at the replay here, David. I think the ball bobbled up just before it reached Meredith at the back post. Yes, it does. It bobbles up, and that probably is what stops him from scoring, with Petropolis stranded as well, as we see from the other camera angle behind the goals. It just bobbles up in front of Meredith, and that's the first chance for the game, David.
Well, Gasparis wants to take that one quickly. He does. Norton decides to go for a run. Brad Norton with the shot, and that one blazing over the bar. South stating their intent early, wanting to get that early goal.
Brad Norton with a run down the far side. He cuts in and goes onto his non-preferred right foot, and in the end, the shot not troubling Petropolis in goals.
Well, the first real chance for Northcote here from a set piece. Ball played in. The chance, good save! And off the post, and Keenan eventually gets it cleared. Geez, Northcote must have thought they'd scored there, John. That was very close. Great save by Gavalis.
It's a brilliant save from Gavalis from the corner here. I think it's Piemonte's corner, which finds Constantinides. He has his goal-bound header is saved magnificently by Gavalis onto the post, and in the end, Joe Keenan clears it. Great save by Gavalis.
South get that one moving, but easily dealt with by the Northcote defence, and they look to get it going with a long ball. And Califatidis, he might get inside. Kelly has Califatidis, great chance to score. It's off the post, across the face, and eventually South Melbourne will get it clear. That should have been 1-0. Northcote, oh so close.
Northcote's here with Califatidis being put through. The South defence not really appealing for offside. Califatidis has the shot. Gavalis comes out and I think puts him off guard a little bit as the ball hits the post again and it's cleared. That's the second time Northcote have hit the post today, and they're getting ever closer to that opening goal, David.
Well, South Melbourne really need to pick up their game here. Gavalis just pumps that one long. But again, Northcote, Biles this time will track back. No, he hasn't. It's a chance for Lujic, and it's a goal. It's 1-0. Well, it was a long ball. It didn't look dangerous till right at the end. South Melbourne probably had their chances to clear it, but Milos Lujic is in to score the first, John.
Well, it looks like a long, hopeful ball here, David, and Luke Biles looks to have it covered. But in the end, I don't know whether he slipped there or he just misplaced his header, but Lujic sneaks in and he taps it in, and that opens the scoring for the home side.
Unfortunately there for South, they are behind 1-0. Well, they want to get it back quickly. Long ball played up. Kelly contests. He might win this one. Sean Kelly, the chip. An audacious attempt, and eventually North could get it off the line. But South Melbourne starting to attack now.
Well, that's more positive from South as the ball's played into the area. Kelly, the centre-back, puts pressure on Petropolis, who drops the ball. In the end, it's a bit of an audacious shot, and it's cleared by the Northcote defence on the line. But South are trying to get back into this game now, David.
Well, unfortunately for South, they will have to take young Reece Meredith off. Andy Vlahos replacing him. Meredith looking to get some treatment. He might be corked, maybe a hamstring injury. Kearney eventually has to turn around, and oh dear, that back pass is very dangerous. Gavalis out well to meet it. Geez, South Melbourne nearly giving Northcote a goal there. Poor defending.
Yes, probably the first mistake Alan Kearney's made all year, David. That's a bad back pass, but luckily for South, Gavalis, who's had an outstanding game so far, charges off his line and clears the danger.
Well, unfortunately, this is desperate news for South Melbourne. A second substitution having to be made before half-time. Joe Keenan now, I think he did pull his hamstring. Young Katanos coming on. Norton for Holmes. Now, the ball's played in well. Good chance now for Hatzimuratis. He's got Katanos screaming in the middle. Ingi goes and the shot. Well, I say shot. I think it might have come off a Northcote boot that time. I suppose a clearance to the keeper, John.
Yes, in the end, Northcote get away with it. Hatzimuratis with a positive cut inside, and before he can unleash his shot, the Northcote defender there gets his boot in.
Well, they'd love to pinch one before half-time, and the shot comes from Gasparis, but straight at Petropolis there, and they don't trouble the scorer. Well, Katanos, he might have built a counter-attack, but unfortunately he's given it away. The ball played in quickly, and he was looking for Kalafatidis. In the end, Gavalis gets it away, and South Melbourne desperately struggling to clear here.
Well, I don't know how much Gavalis knew of this, David, but nevertheless, it's a great reaction save as the very dangerous cross comes in. Kalafatidis gets his foot to it, and Gavalis is in the right place at the right time, and he palms it away, David, and South clear the danger again.
Well, the chance now. Played in, the corner goes high. The header across, face a goal, and it's gone in. It's Constantinides. It's 2-0 Northcote. South Melbourne in big trouble now. They got a long way to come back from this one, John.
Yes, David, it was, as we see the in-swinging corner coming from the far side, and it's met powerfully by Constantinides. Remember, Gavalis made the save off his header in the first half, but he makes no mistake this time, and he buries a bullet-like header into the corner of the net. Northcote with a commanding 2-0 lead here, David.
Well, South Melbourne, they've got to make something happen straight away here, really. And they won't get it done like that. Catalano looks to get a run going. Catalano might line up the shot, and he doesn't. It's an absolute cracker. 3-0 Northcote. Catalano just puts this game to bed. South Melbourne are absolutely buried. Northcote have got the 3 points wrapped up, and a great goal.
Well, it's a mistake here from substitute Cartanos, who gives the ball to another substitute for Northcote in Michael Catalano. And he's not closed down at all, David, as you see. He's allowed to have a free shot from outside the box, and let's be fair, that is a fantastic finish, which gives Gavalis no chance. But horror goal for South to concede.
Well, last roll of the dice. Munoz Kasparas coming off, and on comes Fernando de Moraes, the veteran. South trying something here. Now a chance for Vlahos, looking for Hatsimuratis. Good run. No, the flag's gone up. Geez, it didn't look offside to me, John.
Looks like a very tight call, as we see from the replay. Vlahos, yes, he's definitely onside. The wrong decision there by the linesman, and South denied a chance to pull a goal back here.
Well, South have looked a little more positive, although it's all a bit too late now. Now Katanos, nice little touch there. Fernando, he might cut across. Fernando goes the shot, and that one's well over the bar. But a nice build-up play all the same there from South Melbourne.
More positive move here, and the two substitutes, Cartanos and Fernando, combine here. And Fernando in the end goes for the bit of the impossible shot when really he had a couple free inside the area.
Good run here from Bradley Norton. Stands his ground well and gets the ball off in the end. He's drawn the foul. Advantage paid. Katanos, he'll look for a cross. Nice move, keeps his feet. Katanos, a chance now. Norton, Vlahos off the post. Must be this time. No, somehow it hasn't gone in. It's been cleared away. Well, it's just not their day today, South Melbourne.
Well, I think that just sums it all up, David, in this passage of play. Positive move by Cartanos. He plays it back. The eventual cross in from Norton is deflected onto the bar by Vlahos, and in the end there's two players there, Hatsimuratis and Tyson Holmes, scuffing the shot. Really, South should have scored there, as we see another replay here. Vlahos gets his foot in, and South should have buried this, but
dear.
Lack of communication sees Northcote get away with it.
Gavalis pumps that one up the park, and the referee mercifully brings it to a close for South Melbourne. Not a game they'll want to remember, and I think the look on Gus Salakis' face there says it all. He's in a very dark mood. South Melbourne well beaten by Northcote City and never really in it.
No, they weren't, David, and the game could be summed up by horrible mistakes by South, and Northcote being more clinical. As we look at the match stats, in terms of shots on target and shots in total, was fairly even, but Northcote were more clinical on the day, and South were thoroughly disappointing.
I got the coach with me, Gus Salakis. It's probably fair to say, mate, you're not too pleased after that performance.
No, not at all. You know, we just had a word in the dressing rooms then. You know, just wasn't acceptable. And I'm not talking one or two players. I'm talking about the whole 11, 12, 13, 14 that we put on there. You know, just we didn't come to play. And it was probably the most insipid performance that I've been coach of for quite a long time.
Gus, you're not someone who usually loses your cool, so you must be pretty upset, obviously, with the performance. How did the players take your response?
I'm pretty sure they understand themselves. It was just basic schoolboy errors. You know, we just couldn't pass the ball. Didn't look, when things started going against us, didn't look interested. You know, conceded, you know, the first soft goal with a, you know, defensive mistake. You know, we lost a couple of players early on in the game, and you know, had to reshuffle. And you know, and again, you know, of the three strikers that we've got, Renko, Reece, and Trent, you know, all three are off the ground now. So, you know, we had to make shift a little bit, and not that that's any excuse, but we've just got to go back to the drawing board, and 7 days is a long time in football, that old cliche, and collect our thoughts and get ready for Port Melbourne next week.
Injuries obviously starting to pile up now with what we saw today and the players who pulled out during the week, as well as yellow cards racking up too. Are you confident the squad, especially with the transfer window opening up, will have the depth to cover it?
Yeah, I think so. Look, we'll assess how we are. There's a couple of doubts on a couple of players that might have long-term injuries. We'll assess that in the next couple of weeks. We've got a couple of weeks before the transfer deadline. We'll assess it, and if need be, and we have to bolster the squad, we will do.
Obviously very disappointing today, and that's the real focus after the game. But is it possible maybe that the response from this could be what kicks us on in the season?
You never know. Maybe sometimes it takes something like this. In our last 3 games, we've only picked up a couple of points, which is disappointing. But sometimes, a bit of adversity like this triggers something, and it's still a long way to go, and we're still up there with the pack. So, in terms of table-wise, we're not too bad. But performance-wise, it just wasn't acceptable.
What were you feeling out on the park? Did it feel like you were having trouble finding your feet?
It felt like we were defending for the whole game. I mean, they had numerous chances. Probably not have to make that many tackles in a game for a long, long time. Just we couldn't pass the ball 10 yards. None of us. And if we can't do the fundamentals, and obviously that gives the other team a foot up, and straight away we're on our back foot. The first goal, a mistake from myself, let them in. Another one, corner, simple not marking. And then third one, breaking down when we're on the break again. Square ball, can't pass it. To be fair to the lad, he's put it in the top corner, which is a nice strike. I've never been one to dwell on games, when you get rolled convincingly. At the end of the day, I know we have got a good team, and, I'm sure we'll rally together, work hard in training. We've got a good home record this year, and we'll go with a positive attitude into the next game, and hopefully get back on the winning ways.
Well, including a cup match, I believe we have 6 home games in a row now. Is that something you think the players will benefit from? A bit of solid, steady time at home?
Yeah, I think so. I think our style of play, with a nice surface, it does help. You can see out there it was a little bit bobbly, the grass was a little bit long, probably didn't help to us, but at the end of the day, both teams have to play on the same pitch, and they just played the conditions 20 times better than us today.
Luke, thanks for your time, mate. We won't keep you any longer. Bad luck today, and hopefully we'll turn it around next week.
Yeah, I like to think so, and all credit to Northcote. They're top of the league, and that's why they're there, because they're taking their chances, and they're just seeing out games and getting results.